Islamabad, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif Friday underscored Pakistan's desire to further develop a relationship with the United States on the basis of mutual respect, trust, and interest. During a conversation with the ambassador of the U.S. to Pakistan Donald Blome, Prime Minister Shehbaz congratulated the envoy on his presentation of credentials and expressed the hope that he would devote his efforts to deepening and enhancing bilateral ties between the U.S. and Pakistan. According to a statement released in this regard, the Premier recalled the depth and breadth of the Pakistan-US relationship, underscoring those various dialogues established between Pakistan and US have been playing a critical role in strengthening the bilateral ties in the areas of trade, investment, IT, climate change, health, and energy. Related items. PTI has reservations against new U.S. envoy to Pakistan Donald Blome. Shireen Mazar. U.S. Ambassador Blome rejects Imran Khan's regime change claim, calls for dialogue. Donald Blome to take charge as U.S. Ambassador to Pak on May 23. The Prime Minister emphasized that given Pakistan's economic and demographic potential, U.S. companies needed to be encouraged by the Development Finance Corporation of the U.S. to invest in Pakistan's large market, the statement read. During the conversation, he stressed the need to have the Trade and Investment Framework Agreement ministerial meeting take place later this year, and also hold the Business Opportunities Conference this year. Prime Minister Shehbaz stressed the need to have more exchanges at a high level between the two countries. Ambassador Blome thanked Pakistan for its prompt and effective assistance in facilitating the evacuation from Afghanistan. In this context, the Prime Minister emphasized that the deepening of cooperation between Pakistan and the United States would promote peace and stability in Afghanistan and contribute to averting the humanitarian crisis in that country, which had been further aggravated by the recent earthquake. While highlighting the rising wave of Islamophobia in India, Prime Minister Shehbaz condemned the sacrilegious remarks by the two BJP officials about the revered personality of the Holy Prophet, PBUH, that had deeply hurt the sentiments of Muslims. The Premier underlined that India was committing grave violations of human rights in the Indian-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, IOJK. While reiterating Pakistan's commitment to the promotion of peace in the region, he stressed the importance of peaceful resolution of the FARC dispute. Ambassador Blome thanked the Premier for receiving him and reaffirmed the United States' commitment to further strengthen and reinforce Pakistan-US ties. U.S. Ambassador presents credentials to President Alavi. Earlier today, the newly appointed envoys of the United States of America, USA, Turkey, Australia, European Union, EU, Bhutan, and Sudan presented their credentials to President Dr. Arif Alvi in a ceremony at the Iwani Sadr. Following the presentation of the credentials, U.S. Ambassador Donald Blome, Turkish Ambassador Dr. Mehmet Pakasi, Australian High Commissioner Neil Hawkins, EU Ambassador Rina Kianka, Sudanese Ambassador Salih Mohammed Ahmed Mohammed Siddiq, and non-resident Ambassador of Bhutan Rinchen Kunsal separately called on the President. Talking to the U.S. ambassador, the president emphasized that a constructive and sustained engagement between the two countries on the principles of mutual respect and mutual interest was vital to promote peace, development and security in the region.